back to the Compliance Kitchen podcast. Today I want to take a look at a fairly recent update from the BIS, or Bureau of Industry and Security, that you guys know sits inside the Commerce Department. They had some additions to the BIS list of foreign entities that were supporting foreign military applications and proliferation, so I thought we could take a quick look at that. So toward the end of November is when BIS issued a press release advising of a final rule adding 27 foreign entities and also individuals to the entity list for various activities that are contrary to the national security and foreign policy interests of the US. The 27 entities and individuals are located in China, Japan, Pakistan, and Singapore. One is based in Russia, and that one was added to the military end user, or MEU, list. So a little bit more detail. 8 technology entities based in China were added to the list to prevent US emerging technologies from being used for China's quantum computing efforts that support military applications of China and the ability to break encryption or develop unbreakable encryption. As the release explained in a little bit more detail, these entities support the military modernization of the People's Liberation Army. 16 entities and individuals that are operating in China and Pakistan were added to the list based on their contributions to Pakistan's unsafeguarded nuclear activities or ballistic missile program. 3 affiliates of Corad Technology Limited, which this company itself was listed by BIS in 2019, and these are affiliates of this company, were involved in sales of technology from the US and other Western nations to Iran, North Korea's front companies, and China's government and defense industry. Finally, BIS has also added the Moscow Institute of Physics and Technology to the MEU list, which again is the military end user list for producing military products for a military end user. Just a quick background on the BIS entity list. This is a tool that is utilized by BIS and by the Commerce Department to restrict export, re-export, and in-country transfer of items that are subject to the Export Administration Regulations, or EAR, to persons, which means individuals, organizations, and companies, not just persons, okay, reasonably believed to be involved or have been involved, or there's a significant risk of them being involved in activities that are contrary to the U.S. national security or foreign policy interests. Now, BIS imposes license requirements that apply to all items that are subject to the EAR, or Export Administration Regulations, and there is a presumption of denial if you request a license for the entities that are covered in this update, or generally for many entities on the BIS list. No license exceptions are available to the entities that were added to the entity list in this instance. And the MEU list, finally, the military end user list, serves to inform the public of certain parties in China, Russia, Venezuela, and Burma that the US government has determined to be military end users. So exports, re-exports, and in-country transfers of items that are identified in the supplement number 2 of part 744 of the EAR to parties listed on the military end user list require a license. All right, so that's it for this update. If you guys want to take a look at the press release and also the final rule that has been published in the Federal Register, I have links as usual on the compliancekitchen.com website.